Everybody, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing the April 2026 collective reading today. These are my decks that I'm going to be using. This is the Thoth deck. This is the Cosmic Tarot deck, which is my regular deck that I use every day with my clients. And then for the summary card, the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. Okay, I am a professional tarot reader. I do readings every day, and I also do another type of reading called Spirit Art, and I work at Everything Just Rocks in Tempe, Arizona. But anyways, let's get started on this reading, and I'm going to start by shuffling my Cosmic Tarot deck. See what we have here. What does the collective need to know for 2026 April? Well, actually, this is about happiness after a period of drama. So right now, the majority of April, the central part of April, the middle of April, we have happiness or like contentment. And this is wonderful because right before this could have been earlier in the month, or this could be late March, was like chaos. See this chaos, something tumbling down, and it seems to be resolved. It could be resolved through stubbornness and like sheer hard work. Like there's something like underlying that's not feeling good. So maybe somebody was, for some reason, able to be stubborn, and then that's why the situation ended in their favor or something. Okay, let's see. Camera, trying to keep this straight. Now, there's also financial stability after this happiness. So whatever this chaotic struggle was, it's been resolved and things are looking better than could have been imagined. Yes, happiness and then financial stability after whatever this chaos was, okay? These are really good cards. I mean, this is a story about basically overcoming chaos and craziness. If this resonates, then this is April's a month of triumph, basically. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take a picture of this, and I'm gonna shuffle this deck, okay? So let me just take a photo first. So let's shuffle the Thoth deck. All right, what does the collective need to know for April 2026? What does the collective need to know for April 2026? Thank you. Oh, well, you know what? We do kind of have some of the same cards in a way. So, you know, the Thoth deck is a little bit more talkative. I was talking about this in a different video. Like sometimes it expresses itself differently. Basically, we do have stability in the center of the month, and this can be financial stability after a period of chaos. So in the last spread, it was this Four of Pentacles, and now it's the Four of Cups, which means here it says luxury, but it's more like working from home or being at home and just like being a homebody and like resting. And this is actually after a period of wealth. So these are like cards about wealth. I don't know what you're doing, like if you got a new job, if you had a fight with somebody at your job, you didn't know if it'd go well. But this is a spontaneity, maybe this is a spontaneity card, like you didn't know that your job was gonna go so well in April. Maybe you thought there's going to be more problems, and then there is some disappointment. It's like there's money here, there's lots of money, there's a victory here, but something doesn't feel good about it, honestly. Let me just, maybe it's stress, a lot of money's coming in, but like the expense is your stress. Maybe you are not planning correctly. You're not planning correctly with that money. Well, you know, there in this portion of our reading, we have some people that are controlling or very structured or very disciplined, a combination of both, controlling and disciplined, and very square and regimented in their daily routine. Okay, so right around this disappointment card, this could be like you're working so hard, you're doing a great job, but at the same time, you're around people that are very controlling and they don't have a lot of flexibility in their life. Because we have the Justice card, which in a normal deck, I know this Thoth deck is a little bit different looking, but this can be a very harsh and stern woman here that is kind of cold. So I don't know if this is like your mom or this is a female boss that is not flexible, that doesn't let you do what you want to do, doesn't give you any like flexibility, doesn't give you any slack at all. And then we have this emperor who is very, very good at running a business, but he's not fun either. Like, he is somebody who is extremely structured, extremely square, doesn't mind hiring and firing people. It does not get emotionally invested in his job at all. And these are not necessarily fun people to be around, unfortunately. So if this is your job, it looks like maybe the higher you get in your job or workplace, the less fun it is. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Like, yeah, you love working there, but now that you've been promoted, your colleagues are no longer fun. Now, in the future, the Hierophant, this is about staying committed. Stay committed to the path here, stay committed to the route that you're taking and the journey, despite the fact that these people are not fun and they only care about money and they're not here to have a good time. I mean, in the past, it was about money, and now it's just kind of like relationship management with people that you don't want to manage relationships with. I mean, this reading is very businessy to me. It's about like how to behave in the business sense. Like, is it fun, or are you just like tired and bored and annoyed at your overly disciplined teammates at this point? So the Hierophant's like, stay committed anyways. Stay committed anyways, because after these relationships, you're gonna have fun eventually, because you're gonna stay committed and you have a larger perspective, or like it's like, look at it from a further out bird's eye perspective. You're still on the right path. Hierophant, the Hierophant, the Hierophant, okay. Success, that's right, okay, success, okay. No matter what happens, even with these relationships, with this Emperor and the Justice card, no matter what happens with them, you're still going to be successful because you're committed to the path anyways. You're committed anyways. Now, and also in the future, you will have a younger coworker. I don't think that this is you. I mean, I guess it could be you, but this is a young man who is really smart and like trying to figure things out. And he's not usually the same as the Hierophant. This would be like his protege or his student. So this is like, the Hierophant is the commitment card. Somebody who's really committed is going to see something through. But then the Knight of Swords is going to be somebody who is younger, caught in their head, maybe a little bit eccentric, maybe somebody with ADHD who's trying to like constantly like figure something out, and is very brainy and intellectual, but not very experienced. Definitely not experienced in the business realm. And maybe even that that Knight of Swords can cause some disappointment here. So what's interesting is that even though we have money cards in this spread, and even though we have relationships with people in power, not all the cards are happy, because this actually means disappointment, and then this literally says disappointment, but it means like slight loss. It's like moving up in the company that you're in is not going to bring you happiness, and in this case, money does not bring happiness. It just isn't. So I'm sorry to tell you, it's like April is full of riches. April is full of success. April is full of money flowing to you, maybe even a promotion, and you get to be closer to these people that are somewhat cold and business oriented, and you are not that happy. It's just like money here in these cards does not buy happiness. It just doesn't, okay? So let me take a photo of this, and then I'm gonna pull a summary card. Here's the summary card deck. Let me shuffle, okay. All right, here we go. Lemon balm. This looks like a saint of something. Okay, so I read a little bit about lemon balm. Lemon balm was used to be planted around beehives to prevent the bees from abandoning the hive. And among other things, like it actually helped with a lot of different things. Some cultures believe that it had mystical soothing powers and memory powers, and it was used to ward off evil. And it represents Jupiter and his wife too. It's about nurturing, and it also says something here about give yourself permission to mother the deepest core of yourself. I think it has to do more with preventing the bees from leaving the hive. And in this case, the hive is like your workplace. Maybe at your workplace there's a hive mind. Maybe there is some sort of like temptation to leave. Probably because these people are very strict and like, I don't want to say boring, but like not in touch with their feelings. They're not particularly creative. They're kind of power hungry a little bit, these guys here. This guy can be that way too. Maybe you're a little bit maybe they're making you power hungry. Maybe they're making you, maybe their like way of thinking and mentality is rubbing off on you because you're working there a lot. And maybe they're doing something to sweeten the deal so that you don't leave the job. And I mean, you may want to leave because of the disappointment that you're feeling. You're not feeling that great, even though you're gaining power at your job or gaining more clout with time. I think that the card are trying to say, even though your work sucks, don't leave quite yet. I think that's what they're saying. Because there's something that's being done to sweeten the deal so that you don't leave your job. And you should stay. Because these people won't always be around cramping your style. I'm not sure exactly what it is that you do for your job, but I hope that this resonates with somebody, because I'm sure with some people it's almost like the higher that they get up in an organization, the higher their ranking is, the less fun it becomes, and maybe the more responsibility, and then they have to start like drinking the Kool-Aid more and more, like whatever the mission statement is, right? This is saying it's gonna work out for you. Like, you don't have to leave. Nurture yourself. Do great things. Do fun, great things for yourself. Do nurturing activities with yourself. Still be yourself. Keep in touch with that inner child that you were, because that's how you got to be at the place where you are now. These people are not always going to be around cramping your style. All right. I hope that this makes sense. I'll be back with another video before you know it. Have a great night.